Hey everybody, my name is Wendy and welcome to my channel. I'm going to do a flip through of my fairy journal. Okay, so we'll just get right to it here. It's the first fairy journal I've made. So yeah, I just always wanted to have a fairy journal. I just think they're so pretty. Still not sure if I'm going to sell this one. Kind of up in the air about that one at this point. But I just wanted to get the flip through done today. I guess I would say that this fairy journal is an eclectic mix of fairy ephemera. I did get some of the things on Etsy. They're not really kits per se. I wouldn't really call them kits, but more or less just like pictures, illustrations and such. So yeah, I'll just measurements. We've got, well, it's 6 by 8.5, and then the spine is 3 1/4. We got 86 pages, roughly, 5 signatures, and 3 whole pamphlets stitched in, and a hidden spine. So yeah, that's the outside of it. So I'm just going to undo the closure here, and just going to describe the cover. I'm going to take off the tassel, which is all just attached like that, and put that off the side. So the cover, I did one of these type of covers before with a mermaid journal years ago. But I really like it. I kind of thought of this as more like the sky. Up here is the sky, and then here was the greenery. So I used some pretty thick cloth, and I'm trying to think if I used yeah, I think I did use batting as well, so it's kind of puffy. I used various yarns, eyelash trims, different threads, I said all that, and I spread it out, put sequins in there, and then I covered it with a sparkly tool, and then I just messy sewed stitching, so it was all in place. Yeah, so that's the cover. I was gonna do the fairy door and all that, because I always thought, I've seen people do those, and I thought they're really cute. And I even had a a mushroom picked out for it, artist conch, and I had my fiance cut it and slice it. I was gonna make the door, but I just couldn't make it work. So I really wasn't sure what I was gonna do with the cover, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. This is faux handmade paper that I had made a couple years ago, and I looked at it and I thought, you know, that kind of looks like a fairy in there, so that's what I used. There's a fairy in there. So messy stitching, and here's some sari silk and just some little beads hanging down. That's the cover, and the closure is just sari silk. So yeah, let's get right into it. But actually, before we get it right into it, and talk about the tassel. Let's talk about the tassel. This tassel is big, and it's chunky, and I just love it. There's a Tim Holtz charm there. Ripped threads, things like that. I got a boho bead. I made some wings, different wings. There's 3 fairy dust bottles in here. See if I can get them all here. There. Filled with glitter. That's what they are. Yep, and then some leaves. did I put in here? Oh yeah, just a ton of things. There's these little, oh gosh, I don't know what you call them. Those are Tim Holtz as well. And I stamped them, and they're little fairy and fern images on there. It's a tree of life. All right, so I'm gonna put that aside. All right, to the journal. First page is dried flowers, dried pressed flowers. This is Queen Anne's lace. There we go. And then these are in cellophane. And then a fern with some dried flowers. Put them off to the side. And then we have a fairy song. That's on the inside cover. All right. And all that's attached with a ribbon. Sorry, silk. All right. Here's what I was talking about with those illustrations. This was from one of them. I just added some those little diamond studs. All of the pages are ripped. Kind of went for the grungy look, and everything's inked. I imagine her as being like a fairy, peeking out. Oh, that was just. She was actually just from a scrapbook kit. I just cut her eyes out. There's a pocket there. And here's a lot of these cards. This is most of the journals, these old journaling cards, and they're all backed with this lightweight brown, it's not paper bag, but it's just brown paper. I have a huge roll of it. I use it for wrapping Christmas paper and everything else, and I don't think I'll ever run out of it. But anyway, I used that for the back, and then I did some messy stitching on most of these cards. Well, pretty much all the cards. So that's how I did that. Let's see, here is fussy cutted her, and then did some embossing, and then here's a little stud on top, and she's attached with some Velcro. There's a pocket down here, some little leaves here, and some more of that, the same technique that I used for the cover. There's a little charm hanging off. All right. Side belly band here. Some more of those images. And some stitches, a lot of collaging as well. Well, you'll notice the collaging I did too is from an old German book, and I'm hoping it doesn't say anything too bad because I don't know what it says. I don't read or know German, so. And there's that. Okay, and then there's some journaling cards, and in the background some page from Edith Holden. There's another image, and it flips up. And it just says sprinkling of fairy dust. Okay, there's a pocket here. And some more cards. Yeah, some really neat pictures in here. She's kind of peeking out there. And a big journaling card here. It's that same technique throughout. To fly. I imagine this is a fairy looking up at the moon. So a moon card. That just tucks in there. Another tuck spot back here as well. Part of a paper bag here. This is a little boy meeting up with the fairy. So Little tuck spot there. Pretty little fairy here. And little lace cut out here, and then there's some vellum back here, or cellophane. Cellophane, I think it is, yeah. Alright, some different stitching in pink. Another card, little charm, and a quote from J.R.R. Tolkien. It's pretty neat. Wax seal with some of those threads underneath it. And see what else. Another little charm. See, let's put a little close up. It's all mushroom. That's kind of how the bottom looks. So it's, yeah, it's real kind of messy and grungy. This journal, I'll say too, kind of took a mind of its own. I had an idea how I was going to do it, and really didn't, I don't know. Like I said, just took a mind of its own, and I just went with it. There's some leaves, some stenciling. And some dyed music paper. I'll flip up here. Another one of those fairies. Fussy cutted fairies. I won't take her out. There's a little mushroom here. Let's see what else. A card. That's just glued on. I have several of these throughout the book as well. It's just paper inside for journaling. This I try to make a little fairy effect. I don't know if it really worked or not, but I was thinking, oh, that could be a fairy. Alright. Some more imagery. A little tag. A little fairy. A little mushroom card. And back here. Vellum paper. Mushrooms. Little images in a pocket here. Yeah, I got these little studs throughout. Just gives it a little zing. I think. There's another one of those booklets, but this one doesn't have paper in it. It's kind of neat on the back. Sorry, silk. Some more stitching. Some more collaging here. Some more of that yarns, and here's the owl down here. The little fairy tale poem here. And then some more of that. Here's that fairy peeking out again. She comes out as well. Just a little card. Let's see. Yeah, this is the middle of a one of the signatures. I don't know where we're at right at this point. That's a tool that just pops up. Yeah. Kind of neat. So, yeah, let's keep going on Edith Holden. It's another one of those little mini books. Some enchantments with some paper. The back. Just fits in there with that ribbon. And there's another one of those journaling cards. It's from the book of fairies. I didn't have the heart to cut it out of the book, so I just made a copy of it. And the poem is on the back. Some little studs. Two little fairies talking. Wax paper. Some of that vellum. Washi tape. Gnome village, or fairy village. I guess it could be a gnome village. Alright, here's another one of those books. That's the front, that's the back. And there's just paper in there. A mushroom. Some wax paper pocket. And little girl meeting up with a fairy there. There they go. Fairy mushroom card. It's another one of those books. Paper in it. The Tree of Life charm. And there's a little map back here. There we go. Always having trouble getting it in. And there's another little fairy. The white clover fairy. It's another one of those fairies. The pocket you see throughout. Little charm. This paper, I don't know if it really shows, but it's kind of a light pink. Kind of a speckled pink. There's the tea-dyed paper. Another one of these fairies with the poem on the back. And that is the end. Some mushroom, some fairies. Alright, that is the end of my flip through. Glad you watched, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.